The Packers absolutely destroyed the Cowboys in Dallas, and it raises the question of what's next. Now for the Packers, that's a simple answer. What's next for them is a playoff matchup against top-seeded San Francisco in the NFC. And maybe even more importantly, long-term what's next, it looks like Jordan Love is continuing the ascension into elite quarterback status. And by the way, their young weapons are better than anybody thought. The future looks bright for the Packers. What's next is much more difficult when we start talking about the Cowboys side of it. Dak Prescott was frankly bad in this football game. He had a hard time seeing the field. The game plan from the outset seemed bad. They couldn't find a way to get the running game going. And the play calling looked abysmal. When you talk about that with the play calling, now you have to look at Mike McCarthy. The image of Jerry Jones turning around in the owner's suite looking at someone went viral almost immediately, because all eyes will be on Jones and what he thinks needs to happen next. You're talking about an offense that led the league in scoring, and then in the playoffs couldn't get on track. You're talking about an offense throughout the course of the year that has been dominant and in the playoffs absolutely didn't look it. You're also talking about a defense that on that side of the ball several times this year looked good, and Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator, has been rumored to be a hot name amongst head coaching circles, but several times this year, we saw that defense susceptible to the run, and guess what, we saw that again. You have to wonder if this loss, not just a loss but a blowout loss, will impact the head coach candidacy of Dan Quinn. It'll impact Jerry Jones's opinion about Mike McCarthy as the head coach and impact the organization's opinion on Dak as their quarterback. At some point, no matter what you do in the regular season, you will eventually, right or wrong, be judged by what you've done in the playoffs. And the judgment on the Cowboys in the playoffs is harsh, rightfully so. You have to wonder if that will impact the future and what's next. But you don't have to wonder about one thing, it's the Cowboys. So we'll all talk about it.